Go Gana, playing white. I'm sorry, playing black. We're gonna go with knight f3. Vary our openings a bit. Knight f6. Let's go g3. Kind of play like a ready type system. Bishop g2. Get castled. Kind of letting black decide what he wants to do with the center. Okay, that's playable. We'll play c4. Let's go knight c3. Fun times, yep. So we'll see what black's going for in this setup. Okay, he's going for like a Sicilian defense. Let's go rook e1 here. I'm going to play e4. I'm going to hold off on playing d4 so I can kind of see what he wants to do here. Kind of see what his plan is. e5 is also now a possible move. Alright, d4. We're going to take. I have a threat of e5 here, maybe. So he has to be a bit aware of that. Okay, queen c7 is not bad, guarding the bishop. He's also attacking the c4 pawn. I think we're going to play b3. I think is okay. Bishop a3 or bishop b2. Alright, b5. We go bishop to b2. If he takes the pawn, I'll play rook c1. We'll see if he's aware of this kind of setup. So now he can't take back on b3 because I'll play like knight d5 or knight b5. And next move I'll play knight a4 and pick up the pawn anyways, is the idea. I guess he could move the queen. Maybe that's his maybe that's a good idea. There's kind of a nice little pattern to know as white in these openings. Losing the c4 pawn is not the end of the world, because I'm probably going to get it back pretty soon. Let's go knight a4. Rook takes c4, of course, next move. I do somewhat prefer having the c-file open compared to taking back with the b-pawn, because if I take with the b-pawn, it's isolated, and the rook on c4 I feel is a little bit more active, which is more fun to play for sure. Excuse me. Alright, it's not a bad move, rook c8. I recommend 3-minute games for 1,200 to 1,300 players or longer. I usually recommend longer games. Longer games in general are going to give you more understanding of positions and overall stuff like that. Okay, so we're doing rook takes c4. He'll move, and I'll play queen c2, I believe. Queen c2. Take back with the queen. Knight c6 is also a potential idea. Yeah, I think I like this knight c6 move here. I think it's okay. Knight c6, take, rook c8. I pick up the a6 pawn, and no traps are happening. So we're going to play knight c6. Rook c8 making him nervous. Yep. Knight c6, he's going to have to trade. If he doesn't trade, I'm going to play knight takes e7. So he has to take. Has to take. Has to take. Not sure what he's thinking about. This is kind of one of those situations, especially in Blitz, when you know that you have to take something. You just need to go ahead and do it without wasting time, is the idea. He doesn't have to take with the rook, though, but he had to take at least with the bishop. Okay, knight c5. That's a tricky move. Well, that's a tricky move there. So I could play rook b6, maybe? I think we're just going to grab, though. Grab on c5, probably. Play queen d3, attacking the a6 pawn. I have the two bishops versus his bishop and knight, so... And I have a little bit more space in the center, so that's a pretty good combo for me there. Okay, he's counterattacking my rook. I'm just going to play rook to d1, I believe. I believe that's fine. Still hitting the pawn. His position's not bad by any means, but I feel like I do have better long-term chances here. e5. I think you're referring to this move here. e5 could have been possible. I guess maybe he just grabs the knight on a4 on some point. At some point, I would like to play bishop a3. Actually, well, I think this is a free pawn. Queen takes seems free. I don't see how he gets around it. Queen takes rook a5 though. I play check and then defend. I think I'm good here. I don't think there's any tactics I'm missing. Alright, we have to check. And now we have bishop c3, skewering the queen and the rook. I think this works out too. Bishop there, he plays like rook c5 or queen c5. We're at least trading queens here at the very least. Rook c5 or queen c5 are his only moves, I think. Okay, rook c5. We're just pretty much trading queens. After rook takes c8, I'm gonna play your e5 move. Now I play e5. This d6 pawn is pinned. If I guess I could have taken immediately, but I guess I'd rather have a passed pawn on d6 rather than something else. So we're taking the pawn there, passed pawn on d6. Rook takes d5 next move. And we're up 3 pawns. This is pretty winning here. d7, bishop a5. Once the rook moves again, I'll promote, and then it's over there. We'll go bishop e7, and we'll start pushing the b pawn here, and not much black can do to stop this. Just pushed again. g4, shut the king out a little bit. Rook, I don't know. Just bishop here, and then keep pushing. Let's guard the pawn, though. We're going to push again. Move here. Just check and then move here. Attack the f7 pawn. Just kind of poke him around and see what he does. Let's play rook f5, offer another rook trade. Let's just walk the king up a little bit. f3. Check. Rook e4. Alright, I think it's time for me to finish this one. Rook d6 next move. Pick up the pawn in the corner. And now we're gonna just pick up these 2 pawns and then just push our pawns. Probably the simplest way to do things. Okay, so he ends up resigning. Alright, let's analyze this one. Alright, so knight f3, knight f6. He actually plays the opening fine. All of his opening moves so far, perfectly fine. Even b5 is not a bad move. I'm not sure, though. b5 might be a little bit too early, because this kind of setup... I'm way up on development is the thing. He hasn't developed this guy or castled yet. He's going to have to do both of those things at some point. So I end up picking the pawn back up, and then Knight c6 is good for me. I'm able to pick up the 2 bishop advantage. I guess I could have played e5 here, but let's see. You know. Oh, this could have been okay. Maybe he takes here. But then I pick up that. E5 takes. I do knight takes. Rook takes. Bishop takes. Rook c8. I take here. He goes here. You're right. E5 could have been an okay idea there. I just figured, you know, we could just trade and I'm still a little bit better. But you're probably right. E5's not a bad idea there at all. Yeah, we're just up a piece. Okay, good find there. E5. Rook takes c8 though. I trade queen d3. Go here, pick up the pawn, check, and then bishop c3. At this point though, he's down a pawn. He's going to be down 2 pawns, 3 pawns, and yeah, it's pretty much over at this point. Promote the pawn, and I just kind of work on getting that pawn advanced, and then picking off the king side pawns there. Alright, so let's move on to another one. We're up